Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to game from night to first light. And today we will be playing Voice of Cards, Beasts of Burden. And we are now coming to the final 2-day countdown to Genshin Impact version 3.1 maintenance. And I am most certainly looking forward to traveling through the blazing sand and choking dust of the Sumeru Desert. But for now, we will be going through the blazing sand and choking dust of Voice of Cards. So let's jump right into it. Previously, we had just saved all of the troop members of this traveling circus caravan. And our current goal take the goal in Polka and watch the show.
You find Polka holding a cup with some kind of golden liquid in it. A gentle-looking woman seems to be teaching him something. The woman whips the monster and roars with laughter. This little fellow sees this as a reward. Polka nods along. Aha, I see. This is most instructive. You're not completely sure what you're looking at. You decide to drag Polka away and take him to the show.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Mild-Mannered Woman's flip-side story.
You find Legol stuffing some kind of well-cooked meat into his mouth. Beside him is the beast tamer girl. When she notices you, she begins to thank you enthusiastically in crude language. However, your features harden when you see her looking lovingly at her monster partner. Seeing this, Legol asks, "You need something?" You invite Legol to come to the show and step away.
Okay then.
You can hear the sounds of a lively crowd coming from the circus tent. The show must be about to begin.
That's new.
Stepping into the tent is akin to entering another universe. Clowns balance atop balls. Jugglers juggle objects with ease. Performers soar through the air on the trapeze. Your first circus show is infinitely more impressive than all the images you'd conjured in your head. Unfortunately, you also find yourself too vexed to fully enjoy it. You cannot stop thinking about the girl making nice with that monster. The young boy makes a show of stopping his ball directly in front of you and holds something out to you. "Which one of these do you like best?" he asks with a wink.
So, which item do you think we should choose? The Inspire Elixir? 900 gold? Or the Numbstay Ring? With the Numbstay Ring, we gain 4 points to speed and we're protected against paralysis. This will last forever. An Inspire Elixir will revive the target and restore 50 HP. 50% of your HP. But this is only one use. And money, 900 gold, will buy us a lot of things, but it won't buy us much on its own. I feel as though I'll get more out of the Numbstay Ring.
You point at the ring, but the boy simply keeps smiling at you. He makes no effort to hand it over.
Wonderful.
The boy points to his own round nose. You stare intently at his nose, but nothing happens. He then points to his hand. You look down at your own hands and... What? A beautiful ring has already found its way onto your finger.
You obtain the Numstay ring. That's interesting.
The boy sticks out his tongue, playfully mocking you. You cannot help but gaze at the prize that so wondrously found its way into your possession. The Beast Tamer is the next performer to take the stage. It seems she's going to put on some sort of monster show, as you'd expect. Though this time, she's joined not just by the rat, but other foul creatures.
Watch. Teamwork. Do best.
And just like that, the goodwill engendered by the young boy's gift evaporates, and your heart hardens anew.
The monster has killed my family.
The Beast Tamer, however, has no idea that you harbor such simmering resentment, and begins her show. Or she tries to, but one of the beasts begins raging out of control. "Help!" the ringmaster shouts in a panic. You instinctively grip your weapon and leap out of your seat to confront the monster.
It was always gonna turn out like this. Nuts.
Oops!
Don't worry. I have everything under control. We're good to go now. Come on, big numbers, greater than a 7, greater than a 7. 7? Exact change.
The monster is nearly dead. You prepare to strike the killing blow, only for the Beast Tamer to leap between you and your prey. You unleash your fury upon the girl as she protects the monster.
Why would you try to save this filthy beast's life?
Polka's eyes widen as she easily parries your attack. "Listen, story," she says, hugging you so tightly you can hardly move.
Speak with the Beast Tamer.
The Beast Tamer tells you it was her fault the beast went berserk. She accidentally trod on its tail as she issued her command. It wasn't the monster's fault, she says. Tears well up in her eyes. It was her own inexperience. She begins to sob. The ringmaster peels her off you and gives you his heartfelt thanks for once again saving the circus. Allow me to introduce you. This is Trollus, he says. He follows up the introduction with yet another unexpected request. He wants Trollus to accompany you so she can further develop her skills. Apparently, the idea came to him as soon as he saw your masterful command of the beast in battle. Trollus, trembling, turns her gaze to you.
Will we take Trollus with you?
You hesitate. That's a fantastic idea, bellows Polka, agreeing in your stead. The goal turns to Trollus. We're all talking around you. Is this what you want? Trollus thinks for a moment. Yes, train, she chirps, nodding emphatically. Sensing no way to push back against the overwhelming force of Polka and the ringmaster, you agree to take Trollus along. She breathes frantically through her nose. Do best, she says eagerly.
Trollus has joined your party. Hello,
This is
welcome
shaping
to the
up to be a fun journey, Polka says, visibly excited. Polka has apparently invited himself to join your crew. Legol starts to say something, but Polka is already so deep into a speech that he loses the will. We must celebrate the start of Trollus's training, the ringmaster shouts. Not a moment later, everything and everyone is in motion. The various performers jostle you about as they rush up to wish you the best and tell you to take good care of Trollus. As the dust settles, the performers settle to sleep wherever there happens to be space. You stealthily pack your belongings. You have to get out of here. This monster-loving circus just rubs you the wrong way.
Get Legol and sneak out of the circus. Legol, Polka, and Trollus have left the party. Will you wake Legol? Yes.
You reach out to wake Legol, to tell him you both should get out of. I'm awake, he whispers. You look more closely and see he too has packed his things. He must have known how you felt all along. The two of you agree to sneak out of the circus.
Legol has joined the party. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I actually thought Zombozo when I first saw this guy. Cried.
You approach the exit to find Polka standing there, as though he were waiting for you. This is sure to be awkward. He approaches you. Can I tell you something? He asks, in a far more measured tone than you've ever heard from him. He begins to recount the story of his parents. They too studied monsters. One day, when Polka was very young, monsters attacked his village, killing his parents. His mother raced to get him to safety. She told him to run and began shouting, "The monsters! There!" That was when the flames took her. Polka tells you that he began studying monsters in the hopes of one day understanding what she was trying to say. He lowers his head and confesses that he needs your help in order to do so. You Sub-Terrans have the power I need to solve this mystery. I know it. You search his face. He's being sincere. You're not the least bit interested in any mystery the monsters might be hiding, but can't bring yourself to deny a fellow orphan's plea for aid. You tell Polka you'll help him once he answers one question. Does he hate monsters? Hatred reduces the mind's capacity for serious inquiry, he notes, his smile exposing gritted teeth. So, he's suppressing his hatred of them beneath a veneer of reason and logic. That'll do. Already leave? Comes another voice. Your chatter must have woken Trollis. Her strength will serve us well. We should bring her with us, Polka adds, sensing your reluctance. Serve well, Trollis parrots, sweeping you off your feet.
Polka and Trollis have joined the party.
Thus were your defenses eroded and your ranks bolstered. You depart the circus with your new companions.
Stranded in the desert, our heroes collapse in the heat. A young scholar of monsters finds them. Before long, they come upon a circus in the sands. They agree to search for the troupe's lost members, which leads to a most unusual alliance. The beast tamer wishes to join them on their journey, as does the scholar, who's out to solve a mystery from his past. Now a party of four, our heroes set out anew. Chapter 3, A City Ablaze. A few days later.
Dot, dot, dot.
Wow, I did not think they'd actually say the dots.
Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Somehow, your group finds themselves wandering in the desert yet again. You had no problem with letting Polka lead the way, but the sand skiff soon sailed headlong into quicksand and met with disaster.
Not again.
No use crying over spilt milk. Don't want to waste even a drop of moisture out here, after all, Polka quips, holding a water canteen over his mouth and tapping it.
I don't get it.
You say in a flat tone, I don't get it. For perhaps the first time ever in your acquaintance, Polka refuses to elaborate. Don't make me explain it.
Refuses to elaborate further.
Despite the rest of the group wasting away under the heat and grappling with brutal thirst, Trollis seems to have maintained some vigor.
I look for water, can smell. Wait.
Trollis's nose twitches as she sniffs at the air a bit. She picks up the scent of water to the north and heads off in that direction.
As Trollis, find water for the others. Trollis is now the only member of your party. The jump ability has been disabled. Yes, that's not actually far from the truth, because certain water sources do have their own unique scent. Like the water you find in a lake, you can actually smell the algae in certain cases, and even water from the tap has that metallic smell that comes out of the hose faucet outside.
A musty smell wafts from the rocky area beyond. Maybe there could be some water there. No sooner does the thought cross Trollis's mind than a monster attacks from the shadows.
Alright, let's see what she can do. Because I forgot to put skills on her. Alright.
The rush of victory over the monster is short-lived, as there doesn't seem to be any water nearby. Muttering, "Water," Trollis stares at the defeated creature. The beast does seem to have a great deal of, well, liquid.
Oh no.
With a great squelchy squeeze, Trollis wrings the fluid out of the creature's body.
Okay then. Desperation at its finest.
Trollis returns to the Sandskiff and helps everyone drink some of the slime juice. Each, in turn, regains their vitality. The juice is faintly sweet and tasty. Polka asks, "Where'd you come by this stuff?" However, Trollis's reply leaves something to be desired. Squeezed it. Everyone drank. Everyone better. Polka inclines his head, deep in thought. But fruit is rare and hard to come by. The group decides to have Trollis lead them to where she located the sweet liquid.
Head for the rocky area and secure more of the tasty liquid. Ciel, the Goal, and Polka have joined your party. You may now move using the jump ability. Set up your party? Yes. Alright, we're good to go. What relationship the first two characters have? The goal saved the main character from her village, which was attacked by monsters.
The group arrives at the place where Trollus obtained the liquid, but there seems to be nothing there. Did Trollus bring all of it back in one trip? As you mull your thoughts, Polka suddenly points. Look there. You take a closer look and see that there are cracks running through the rocks. They just might break open if hit with enough force.
Who should hit? Legol, of course. It's been breaking down walls since the last
Legol
stream.
grunts in affirmation, and then starts hitting the rocks. Over and over again he pounds on them, until blood oozes from his fist, and flecks of it splatter the stones.
Oh wow, that actually worked.
With a cracking sound, the rocks break apart. You can continue on. Beyond the rocks, the barren waste stretches out before you. The party decides to press on through the arid expanse in hopes of finding a place to rest and eat.
See, sometimes violence pays off. Alright. Just doing one more once over to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, wait. Do I still have that sand skid? Yes! I still have the sand skid. Omnisal, gonna come in handy.
Polka looks through the telescope and yelps in surprise. You snatch it from him and have a look yourself. Monster. It's a monster. Fortunately, it hasn't noticed you yet.
Sneak up on it.
You hand the telescope back to Polka, and step by careful step, creep toward the monster. So far, so good. You quietly ready your weapon and spring at the monster for an attack from behind. Alas, the monster senses your presence and whips around, ready to fight.
Oh well. Victory is mine.
I expected nothing less.
So which one are we choosing? Oh wait. A new ability, Dark Proof. Decrease dark damage by 5. Now which treasure chests are we choosing? Left, right, or middle? Alright.
Your surprise attack failed, but you also rid the world of another monster. That'll do. You return to the path and keep walking.
Alright, let's get going. To the wasteland. At least we're out of the desert. So my money is on this card right here being the way out. Being the way out of this area. Ah, more desert. I thought we were out. Oh.
You've come across a river that is somehow fully ablaze. There won't be any drinking this water.
Firewater.
Polka's curiosity is piqued. He shouts, "But water cannot burn. It defies scientific reason." Next to him, Trollus's nose twitches.
Good smells, lots over there.
She's evidently located something with her keen sense of smell. There might be food nearby. The party opts to trust in Trollus's nose and heads off in the direction she indicates. You spot an open-air stall with a sign reading, "Goods bought here." You enter the stall and hear the proprietor call out to you. "Welcome to my exchange shop. I'll pay good money for your goods. But this'll determine how good the money is," she continues, revealing a single die in her hand.
1 to 3 is wholesale. 4 and 5 is a 20% premium, and 6 is a 30% premium. Come on, 6, 6, 6. 4. Let's see what we have to sell.
Without warning, she sets about closing her stall. Apparently, you were her last customer for today. You gather up your things and take your leave.
Alright, 100 gold. So before we head to this town, I at least want to open up some more of the map to see what I'm dealing with. Alright, let's see what I'm dealing with. Nothing too horrifying.
wonderful victory!
No, it's just allergies. That transition between summer and fall, when all the pollen drops off the trees all at once, what's left of it anyway. It also doesn't help that the last few days have been rather cold. So I do apologize if I'm coughing a lot into the mic. Okay then.
The flames flare up, their heat practically suffocating. This place seems exceptionally dangerous. You'd best not approach without good reason.
The flame primal is obviously there.
Ooh,
The city of flame.
You arrive in a city humming with life and bustle. There! Trollis practically falls over with excitement as she whips her hand out to point at the food stall. The stall is stacked high with fresh grilled meats, which are by all accounts the source of the smell she noticed. It's not just only at the food stall, but throughout the city that people seem to make a living using fire. Perhaps that is why the place is sweltering.
Yep, there is no shortage of fire in this place.
Polka cannot hold back his curiosity. I must inquire as to this comburant water, he says, zipping away. In fact, he zips off quickly enough that you and the others lose sight of him. Shrugging your shoulders, you decide to head off in search of him.
Ask around the city of flame and find Polka. Well, they didn't remove Polka from our party.
The woman is lost in thought as she gazes at the flames from a distance. Love and fire are rather similar, aren't they? You find her incomparable presence so overwhelming that you are unable to even ask about Polka. Heat, heat, heat. He who has the heat controls everything. Heat is everything, the man shouts. This city is hot enough as it is, but the man radiates fervor, making it all the hotter.
Oh, wonderful, fire cultists.
You ask the man about Polka, and he replies in an encouraging tone. You'll find him, you will. It is essential that you never give up.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Overheated Man's flipside story.
You ask the stall owner if they've seen a bespectacled young man, but they shake their head and say that there have been no customers of that description.
Let's see if there's anything good here now. Alright, I can make use of this. It also gives me an idea of what kind of monsters I'll be finding in this area. Oh wow, that's a lot of fire. A lot of fire water.
The young man is mumbling something. Listening carefully, you put the snatches of audible words together. It sounds as though he is unhappy about the local aristocrat. Apparently, said aristocrat is monopolizing the tinder water supply and reaping massive profits from it.
Ah, so it's Tinder water.
You ask the lad about Polka, and he answers quickly. He ran off toward the pet shop.
I was just there! Alright, let's take a moment to buy a few more Inspire elixirs. Alright, we're all set. Yeah, it's been a while since we first started this game, and the menu is still very responsive. So it looks like they got the formula for Voice of Cards down pat now.
You locate Polka in a state of considerable excitement as he observes a burning pond. He notices you a moment later and starts chattering rapidly. This town is incredible. They use this combustible water as an energy source to make their living. And what's more, he goes on without taking a breath. It doesn't sound like his rambles are anywhere close to finished. But then, suddenly, the sound of children weeping reaches your ears. It sounds like it's coming from a back alley. Maybe go and check on things?
Yes. I even have the original Pokemon trading card game. The one that Nintendo made for Game Boy Color. I plan on streaming that eventually. It would be nice if they actually remade that, or at least put it on a virtual console for the Switch, and also did online PvP for that. I played it plenty of times.
In the back alleyway, two emaciated children stand alone, with naught but the clothes on their backs. They look to be siblings. Great tears stream down the boy's face. Between sobs, he explains that their mother and father both died of illness. Orphans. Not uncommon in big cities like this, Legol says. Something akin to a vice grips your heart, and you wonder if there is some way you can help them. You rummage around in your things for some food to give them. Alas, you have nothing that could fill their tiny bellies. You also remember that you're starving too, and your stomach rumbles in displeasure. You hit upon an idea. Why not ask the aristocrat making huge profits from the tinder water for assistance?
Go to the aristocrat's manor in the southwest of the city and ask for help. No, I have not played either of those. The only two card games I've actually played are Pokemon trading card game and Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm thinking about starting up Yu-Gi-Oh! With Master Duel.
The old woman says to Polka, "I have plenty more knowledge yet." His eyes burn with longing. "I think you'll find I'm not lacking in that regard myself," he counters. Why, it looks like he's found a kindred spirit.
Interesting. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked knowledgeable old woman's flipside story.
A well-dressed man of clear sophistication and means emerges from the manor, and he seems willing to listen to you. You bring up the plight of the city's orphans. The man listens to your story and then hangs his head. "I would love to do something, truly I would. But you see, my own child," he explains that his son is bedridden, stricken with an illness of unknown origin. The aristocrat's mind seems fully preoccupied with thoughts of his own child. At a loss, you look over at Polka. He catches your glance and then offers to examine the aristocrat's child. Polka explains that he has some medical knowledge, and the man practically leaps on him, desperate enough to cling to any ray of hope. It looks as though Polka will be performing an impromptu medical exam.
A few minutes later.
According to Polka, the aristocrat's child has been poisoned.
A poisoned aristocrat. Shocker. But it's usually a low blow to go after the child with poison.
The man's jaw falls open. That cannot be. My household employs silverware that reacts to poison in food. You suggest the possibility that there could be a venomous monster nearby. At this suggestion, the aristocrat blurts out, "The flame primal. It exudes a toxic gas." Polka explains that if the source of the poison was indeed somehow the flame primal, it might be possible to craft an antidote from its body. And then, as though struck by an idea, he adds, and perhaps as a thank you for my doing so, we might discuss aid for the poor orphans of the city? Yes, of course. Seeing the aristocrat's immediate response, you can't help but be astonished by Polka's wisdom and negotiating skill. Upon leaving the manor, Polka explains, with no small amount of pride in his voice, "My own investigations indicate that the flame primal is in the Lake of Fire to the northwest of the city. It seems like his running about all over the city wasn't for nothing."
Head northwest of the City of Flame to investigate the poison at the Lake of Fire. Good thing I went ahead.
Polka warns, don't breathe too deeply here. The very air could be noxious poison.
Noted. Proceed through the lake of fire. Alright, let's see what I'm dealing with. Alright, so that's my goal. Yeah, it's a little far, but this path seems too straightforward. In this, I really would wear a gas mask. Don't know what's in this air.
Oh! A masterful victory.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Red Fungo's enemy story.
Battle time. Beautiful.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Skull Soldier's enemy story. Polka levels up to level 10. And we'll choose the left. Ah, we should have chosen the right. Oh, we're getting stronger slimes now. Alright, that Omnisolve is gonna come in handy.
Battle time.
Ooh, a fire turtle. You increase your defense, I decrease it back. Alright, here's the guard. We're gonna save first. And hopefully we get this enemy's card.
Monsters bar the path. That said, it doesn't look like they've noticed you yet. They probably don't see many humans around here, given that the lake is surrounded by fire. They're completely oblivious. Taking care to be as quiet as possible, you steal close to the monsters and attack them.
Okay, that was suspicious. Hello, Pyro. Welcome to the stream. Yes, 9.
The monsters don't attack. In fact, they look like they're trying to find an opening to make a run for it.
Maybe the poison being made isn't voluntary. Rather a side effect of the flame primal being sick as well.
A masterful victory!
We're just getting all the level ups. Alright, a new skill, Drain Whip. Recover 4 HP when attacking. Alright, we didn't... I think we already have the Ogre Helm Splitter at 1 star, but we just got the Magma Tortoise Flame Breath, 2 stars. Add the value of 2 rolled die to attack and deal fire damage. We can finally do fire damage. Yeah, it's a really nice skill. big numbers, big numbers. 7. Oh, right, the slimes are weak to fire. Perfect. And we got another panacea.
You pick up a scrap of paper you spot by your feet. Against all odds, it hasn't burnt to ash. It appears to be part of a crudely drawn treasure map. A sketched treasure chest lies between a lake, white mountains, and rocky crags.
A lake, white mountain, and rocky crags.
A treasure map! Everyone shouts at you in unison.
This will be interesting.
You slip the scrap of paper into your pack and make a mental note to keep an eye out for the location the doodle depicts. Get him!
Can't cross here. The heat of the flames is too intense.
Someone in a time long past built a bridge here, though it has since collapsed from the heat.
You survey the area for some way to cross over the spot an iron bridge collapsed into the burning tinder water.
Suddenly, an idea strikes you. Maybe I can use the steel primal's power to manipulate metal and make it so we can cross. You decide to summon forth the primal's power and repair the fallen bridge. Unfortunately, the pieces left to you are so mangled that no one would rightly identify them as parts of a bridge.
4 types of bridge parts lie before you. Place them wisely and build the bridge across the lake. But be warned that you cannot place a part that leads to nowhere, nor can you place the same part more than once. Which part will you lay down next in order to move forward?
You've joined these two bridge parts rather skillfully, if you do say so yourself. Polka, however, looks concerned. I think there might be a better way of placing that. If we could just redo it, he mutters to himself.
If you wish to replace one bridge part with another, you must first remove the bridge parts you've already placed. You can only replace the part at front of the bridge. If you move the cursor one space in front of the part you wish to remove, you can remove it.
With the steel primal's help, you safely cross the Lake of Fire. The bridge you've built remains firmly in place. It actually looks quite sturdy. You should be able to use it to cross as many times as you like.
Wonderful.
As if crossing over a lake of fire weren't enough, your path is once again blocked by flames. You quickly survey your surroundings and see more parts you might be able to fashion into a bridge. You call upon the steel primal once more and prepare to improvise another bridge.
Alright, we should have 4 parts. Got it. Simple. Oh, wow.
You've made it once again. But before you can celebrate, you're greeted by an expanse of tinder water. You summon the steel primal a 3rd time and hope this is the last bridge you need built. But the pieces the primal hauls out of the tinder water don't look like they'll fit together. You look back at the bridges that brought you here. Alas, you've built them too well. They won't come loose from the rocks, so you'll have to make do. Trawless, seeing the worry on your face, chirps encouragingly. Search. We will find. Must be way. Inside is impossibly a bridge part. You should be able to use this to get further across the tinder water.
Amazing how this was in his chest. Why are we using the steel primal for every little thing? Yeah, that is an excellent question. But considering we are traveling across a literal lake of fire, I think this qualifies. Alright, a fire stay ring. Do or die, or I'll go back by the bridge you made. Yes.
Trollis gazes intently at you. She's noted your mastery of the Steel Primal's power. She explains that ever since she was picked up by the circus at a young age, she's trained as a beast tamer. However, as she puts it, she has not managed to improve in the slightest.
I wished and wished. Wish didn't come true. Understanding each other very hard.
She asks you to give her some pointers on how to get monsters to obey. And you reply,
There's not really any trick to giving an order. I just do it. Alright, so in the end it looks like I made the right choice of which path to take. I don't know what this would have led me to, but I'm glad I didn't take it.
a massive monster wreathed in flames rises from the lake. It's shrouded in such heat and fury that you can scarcely turn your eyes to it. This is, in all likelihood, the Flame Primal. Your party readies their weapons and prepares for a fight.
Time for the next primal fight.
Slay this beast for the children!
Wait, what? That happenstance was rigged. Oh wow, this primal actually has flame animations. Yeah, the happenstance is rigged. Alright, you wanna play it like that? Let's
You
play
can't
like that.
tell if it has something to do with the primal, but poison is slowly coursing through you. You must end this battle quickly.
See how you like it. Poison. Everything is under control. Defense down has ended. But the poison damage is increasing. Big numbers, big numbers. 5. Oh. I refuse to die from poison. Is that all you have? Got it. Everything depends on this next roll. Come on, big numbers, big numbers. 6 or greater, 6 or greater. Three. Alright, let's see if I can make this work somehow. All right. I gambled on it and it worked. Almost. Crap. So yeah, we're gonna die. I did not anticipate that it would recover HP. I might still stand a chance if I finally get a 6 or greater. Come on, 6 or greater, 6 or greater. 7! Alright, here we go. Come on, critical hit. Alright. So its defense is 3 lower now. And now we're going to use the same attack, same amount of attack. Last time we only did 18 points of damage. Yes!
You've managed to gain the advantage on your foe, but suddenly...
Victory!
You feel as if suffocated and fall upon one knee. Your poisoned body is screaming, raging in protest. The flame primal clearly isn't going to let this chance pass it up, and it begins amassing power.
Ah. Dodge left. Wait. This is one of those illusions of free choice.
Barely thinking, you go left, attempting to dodge the primal's attack. But your foot catches on something, and you trip and fall to the ground.
Messed up.
You shut your eyes, believing this might be the end of you. But the pain you brace yourself for doesn't come. You wonder what's happened, and open your eyes to see. Trollis, you scream. She turns to you and gives a pained smile.
I protect everyone.
The acrid smell of burning meat assaults your nostrils, and Trollis cries out in anguish. Still, she desperately musters her strength and pushes back the flame primal. Trollis has given you and your friends a chance. You stand, and together you and your comrades attack the primal with all your strength.
Unbelievable. These wretches dare steal my powers?
You've done it. You've beaten the flame primal and sealed it within a card.
Well, we have managed to survive, even though it was pretty close. We survived, no one died, no Inspire Elixirs were used in this stream. Wait. No, one Inspire Elixir was used, but no Inspire Elixirs were used in this battle. 1000 XP, 900 gold. You overcame this challenge with your friend's help. And we got another level up. And another level up. And another level up.
The flames upon the lake begin to recede and then blink out entirely. Perhaps because you've beaten the flame primal?
Look like all of those. All those cards flip.
You see Trollis crouching on the ground and run over to her. "Are you all right?" you ask. She totters to her feet, Having rather shrewdly managed to gather some of the flame primal's bodily fluids during the fight, Polka immediately sets about inspecting it to determine its composition.
What could this mean?
To the great surprise of all, he does not detect any trace of poison in the fluid. Could something else be the cause?
Find the source of the poison at the Lake of Fire. You cannot use bellwethers now. Okay, so that's usually a red flag to save.
Polka collects some of the lake water in a bottle. He then busies himself dipping various papers and medicinal compounds into the bottle. At length, he makes a curious face.
The source is this tinder water.
According to Polka, burning the water releases toxins that accumulate and can cause fatal harm to the human body.
Oh wow, so that guy's tinder water business is what's killing everyone.
Your party decides to head back to the City of Flame and inform the aristocrat of your findings.
Report back to the aristocrat in the City of Flame. You can now use bellwethers. Oh yeah, there's absolutely no way to get over here from this side. But that leads me to believe that there's something over here worth getting.
Battle time.
Come on, big numbers, big numbers. 6. Well, that's more than enough. And the last bout is exact change. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Venom Slime's enemy story.
To battle.
Exact change once again.
The fire's out, but it's... With the flames of the lake extinguished, those of the pond in the center of the city have also gone out. The people seem frantic to reignite the tinder water once more.
No! Come back, flames!
The passionate woman is screaming herself hoarse, coughing and sputtering as she points in shock at the pond where the fire has gone out. The fire in my heart has gone out with all the rest, the man mutters before sinking to the ground, his arms hanging limp.
Oh, wow.
With a trembling hand, the knowledgeable old woman strikes a knife against stone, muttering, "This'll get it burning. I'm sure it will."
Well, she's the only one trying to do something productive.
The lad is all smiles and mirth, claiming that if he were to invent a tool to start fires, he could make a killing. Despite his sunny attitude, though, he looks quite unwell.
Oh wait, this is the armorer. The ominous salve still isn't in the shop yet.
The boy speaks, his words punctuated with sobs. "I'm so hungry." Pulka's medicine succeeds in stabilizing the child's condition. However, he is quick to indicate that it is but a stopgap measure. Pulka advises that, should they wish to prolong the life of the child and of all those in the city, they must stop using the tinder water. The aristocrat shakes his head and says, "That we cannot do."
Ask why.
You calmly ask, why? He explains that the tinder water is the basis of all life here in the city. The city would fall into decline if they were to stop using it, and most of the citizens would be set adrift, with no means of supporting themselves. I am in charge of this city, and I cannot stop our use of tinder water, even if it costs the life of my child. Pulka's voice is quiet. I cannot claim to understand how those who rule over others make their choices. Trala scratches her chin, clearly racking her brain. She replies at last, No. You ask the man if there is some way to resolve this impasse. He grimaces and makes a self-deprecating snort. Maybe if Nutera existed, then all would be solved.
Nutera?
You ask if New Terra is some kind of place, and Polka nods. Polka explains, New Terra is said to be a mysterious land abundant with all manner of resources. The aristocrat picks up the thread. Scholars claim it exists beyond the river to the northwest, but none who go there ever return. With that, the man gives you a large amount of food and sends you away from the manor.
You obtain lots of food, an impressive amount of food given to you by the aristocrat in the City of Flame. Bring the food from the aristocrat to the orphans. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Aristocrat's Flipside Story.
You hand the food out to the orphans. How did you get this? The boy asks. You explain that you received it as a reward from the aristocrat. Hearing this, the boy blurts out, I'm going to use the burning water to get rich too. The boy mentioned that his parents died due to illness. Likely they were stricken with the toxins from the tinder water, just like the aristocrat's child. You tell the boy that the tinder water isn't good for him, but he replies, I don't care.
You can't worry about your health tomorrow if you starve to death today.
The boy thanks you for the food and runs off with his sister. Polka has a difficult-to-read expression on his face. Let's at least hand out the medicine, he suggests. You nod without uttering a word.
Hand out the medicines to the people of the City of Flame.
I'm gonna get rich and buy my sister all the yummy food she can eat, the boy tells you. You offer medicine to the children, but their faces drop. This won't fill our tummies, they say with considerable disappointment.
The lad is all smiles and nods. Oh, right.
You give some medicine to the ambitious young man, and he is jubilant. Yes, I can work even more now. You offer some medicine to the old woman, but she puts up a hand and refuses it. I'm afraid I don't make a habit of taking medicines I've never seen before. The woman accepts the medicine from you. With a pained wink, she says, not that this medicine could cure love sickness. You offer some medicine to the man, but he keeps repeating, no, I'm good, as though in a delirium. It doesn't look like the people of the city are going to stop using tinder water anytime soon. The medicine you shared with them may provide little more than brief peace of mind. I can't believe they won't give it up. They know it's poisonous, you say in a low, pained voice. Legol gives you a sympathetic thump on the shoulder. You look up at him and ask, do you think everyone could be happy if we went to New Terra? His denial is immediate and assured. New Terra is a fairy tale. You answer him in a small voice.
I want to look for it anyway. We might find hope there.
Polka looks positively delighted. Why, yes. Now that calls to my scholarly soul. Trollis seems equally on board. I go too, she says, smiling, in the face of your united enthusiasm for the idea. Legol grunts. Fine, if you insist. You and your friends have made up your minds. You shall seek New Terra and whatever hope it offers, believing it exists just like the stars in the sky.
Leave the city aflame.
The city has done nothing about the poison, and likely never will. Now that you've left, it would be safest if you never returned.
You can no longer return to the City of Flame. That's interesting. But we got everything we need from it. Their travels take them to a city built around a burning lake. Its children are hungry, its aristocrat too anxious over poison to act. To save the city, our heroes must defeat a mighty foe. The Flame Primal. The poison, however, remains. The source is nothing less than the flame water they rely on. Still, the people carry on using it, knowing full well it is what ails them. With heavy hearts, our heroes set out in search of New Terra. Chapter 4, Guiding Light.
Your group surveys the land beyond the river that the aristocrats spoke of. He claimed that none who go there ever return, yet you've little choice but to brave what lies beyond.
Cross the large river to the northwest of the City of Flame.
The poison continues to issue forth from the city. Considering the danger, it would be wise to give the place a wide berth. A great river of tinder water stretches out before you. While the liquid no longer burns, it would still be dangerous to attempt swimming. You start to hesitate, thinking that there is no crossing, when Polka shouts, "Da-na-na-na!" He is carrying an iron board, apparently having brought it back from the Lake of Fire.
Did he seriously carry around an iron board and no one noticed?
Just as before, you and your allies decide to build a bridge across the river.
Cross the bridge spanning the river and continue on. Alright, a soothe stone.
Your group crosses the river, and as you celebrate, you take notice of the tough, rock-studded expanse of land stretching before you. Your sand skiff was made for moving over the sands, so it'll be difficult to go any farther aboard it.
Part with the sand skiff? No, remodel it.
You propose remodeling the sand skiff. and Polka is first to agree. Legol's face is uneasy as he mutters, "Don't do anything weird to it." Polka explains that 3 materials will be needed to convert the sand skiff. After some quick preparations, you decide to split up to locate what you need. Sometimes a different perspective can be illuminating.
Everyone left the party but Trollis.
Polka asks Trollis to find some durable cord. Despite feeling a little sluggish, Trollis takes off to the south, eager to help the group.
Find some durable cord in the south side of the wasteland. Alrighty, but that will be the end of today's stream. We actually made it pretty far. Completed a whole chapter. And beat the Flame Primal. So, thank you so much to everyone who came to watch the stream and those who come to watch the playback later. And I will see you next time for another exciting stream of Voice of Cards, the Beasts of Burden. And as a reminder, we are 2 days, 4 hours, 11 minutes, and 50 seconds away from Genshin Impact version 3.1 maintenance. And 5 hours after that, we'll be doing yet another, the second, Night to First Light, enjoying the blazing sun and choking dust of the Sumeru Desert. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you there on Tuesday.